Have Palmeiras found themselves the next exceptional attacking Brazilian Wonderkid? Just who is the player drawing comparisons to Adriano? His name is Juan Gabriel Ferreira dos Santos, but you could call him Juan Ferreira. At just 16 years old, Ferreira has been turning in some eye-catching performances as a standout in the Palmeiras Sub-17 team. He has already impressed in the Campeonato Brasileiro Sub-17 and will soon be knocking on the door of the senior team at Palmeiras. Juan Ferreira's current ability is highly promising for a player of his age. He is physically imposing with a strong frame. He has a strong aerial presence and a keen eye for goal. His technical abilities allow him to be calm under pressure, and he links up well with his teammates. His potential, though, is what is exciting the Palmeiras staff the most. With his size and his skill set, he's in the right surroundings to develop into a star. The only way for this to happen, though, is a breakthrough into the first team. He has all the makings of an elite wonderkid if he gets the game time. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Juan Ferreira down in the comment section below. Can he go on to become the next Adriano, or will he simply become another Brazilian who never truly fulfills their potential? Today's video is brought to you in association with Passion4FM. Passion4FM is the #1 football manager blog dedicated to enhancing your football manager experience. On the website, you will find guides, tactics, shortlists, graphical and database updates, alongside in-depth articles about the world's best football manager simulation game. For this video, I've downloaded the Passion4FM Nextgen Wonderkid database. This database is the #1 resource for adding new real-world Wonderkids to your brand new save games. Download it from the description and enhance your save games now. In today's video, I'm going to let Football Manager predict the future. Starting in 2024, I'm going to run a simulation that will look at Juan Ferreira's career across the next 15 years. Let me know in the comment section down below how you think this one is going to turn out. Does Juan Ferreira really have the potential ability to go on to become the next Adriano, or will he just simply become another Brazilian wonderkid who never truly fulfills his potential? Whilst you're down in the comment section, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and check out the whole of the Wonderkid series. In the Nextgen database and the beginning of this simulation, Juan Ferreira starts the game with a great core of attributes for a 15-year-old striker. Now bear in mind, these are only estimated attributes, and if you load up your save game, some of them may vary save to save. And if you load up the game and he doesn't look like a wonderkid at all, do not fear, stick with him. Give him some game time. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get some development out of him. So at the beginning of this simulation, he has some standouts in all three core groups of his attributes. If we break them down in terms of the technicals, the three standouts are dribbling, first touch and heading. In the mentals, it's aggression on off the ball. And in the physicals, it's acceleration, agility, natural fitness, pace and stamina. So he's set up to go on and have a great career as a striker. The question here though, can he break through into Palmeiras' first team to get that first team experience that is needed to unlock his development? Just how quickly can he develop? Will he make it as an elite wonderkid? At the 5-year stage, Juan Ferreira is now 20 years old and he's still at Palmeiras. He has worked his way up from the youth teams into the first team, making that breakthrough, and he has now played in 35 games. He has scored 8 goals. That exposure to first team football has really started to help his development. When we look back at those three core attribute groups, we can see that in the technicals, dribbling is now up to 16, first touch is up to 14, heading is 13, and technique is up to 14. In the mentals, off the ball is the standout. He also has progression in aggression, anticipation, composure, decisions and flair. And in terms of the physicals, it's agility that stands out at 17, but he scores really highly in acceleration, jumping reach, natural fitness, pace, stamina and strength. That exposure to first team football has really brought the development out in him. And that's why I said if he doesn't look like a wonderkid at the start of your brand new save games, don't fear, put him into the first team and you can start to see the big steps forward that we're going to see as we go through this experiment. So, The question here is, can he continue on the path in the first team at Palmeiras? Will he continue to be given opportunities? Just how much more development is there to come? After 10 years of Juan Ferreira's career, he's now 25 years old, and we can see he has been on the move. It's not a move to Europe like we might have expected, but he has changed one Brazilian team for another as he leaves Palmeiras and has just moved to Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro would pay £8.75 million for his services, and that means that he would leave Palmeiras having made 125 first-team appearances and scored 27 goals. He's made a good start to life at Cruzeiro. He's currently played 17 times and scored 4 goals in their first team also. That step forward in terms of his football has continued to bring some development through. Now, it's not the massive steps that you probably would have expected, and I do think if he maybe would have chosen another club rather than staying in Brazil, there is every chance that he could have got a bigger step in development. But looking at those 3 core attribute groups, dribbling is still 16. There is finishing, first touch, heading and technique that have all improved. In terms of the mentals, off the ball is the standout still, but it's aggression, anticipation, composure, decisions, determination, flair and vision that are taking steps forward. In the physicals, still agility that stands out, and all of the other attributes have taken steps forward. He is progressing as a player, but not that massive step that you might have expected between the years of 5 and 10. The big question here is, what will happen? Will he stay at Cruzeiro and get first team football? Will there be more development to come? Could he turn into a bit of a late bloomer? And will he get the opportunities at Cruzeiro to really put himself forward as a footballer? After 15 years, Juan Ferreira is now 30 years old, and we can see he has been moving clubs once again. He has now gone from Cruzeiro, and he currently plays for Corinthians, but the path from Cruzeiro to Corinthians was not a straight line. You might see in the bottom corner, Tottenham would actually purchase the player. He would go to England for one single season. They would pay £15.5 million for him and only play him once. The following season, he would then move to Corinthians for £15.5 million, so Tottenham did not lose any money. And once at Corinthians, he established himself as a true first-teamer, breaking through and really making that standout development that was there and promised at the beginning. So that means that he has played 114 times for Corinthians, scoring 57 goals. He would play once for Tottenham, 80 times for Cruzeiro and 125 times for Palmeiras. That gives him 15 years in the game and 320 appearances with 133 goals. Looking at the player, that final move, and maybe the move to England was the catalyst to start it all off, but that move to Corinthians and getting that first team football right at the end of his career really has brought it about that the development came late. If we look at the technicals now, dribbling, first touch and technique are all standout attributes, but the finishing and the heading have also improved rapidly. Looking at the mentals, anticipation of 16, off the ball of 17, but he scores highly for his aggression, composure, decisions, determination, and in the physicals, that agility has gone up to 18, and every single attribute is now above 10. So all of that development really came in years 10 to 15 of his career, and it really begs the question, what actually happened early on in his career with the AI that kind of stunted his development early? You can see that he played 125 times for Palmeiras, but that was across the first 5 years of his career. He then had that move to Cruzeiro, went to Tottenham and didn't play. And the Corinthians move really did unlock the potential that was hidden underneath. Can we class him as a late bloomer? Potentially. The big question here is, he's been compared to Adriano really in Brazil. I'm not too sure that he fits that bill. Again, he's a left-footed striker, and once he actually gets into the first teams, he may go on and score a lot more goals. But the key thing here is to develop the players. You need to put them into the first teams. And I think if you was to get him more game time than 35 games in the first 5 years of his career, you're really going to get a player that looks like this quickly. And I think that they have only started to scratch the surface with his potential. I do not think this is the finished article, and I think that if he maybe stuck it out at Tottenham, or Tottenham stuck it out with him, I think there is even more development to come, which you can unlock by just playing the player. Right then, that is 15 years across the career of Juan Ferreira. Let me know in the comment section down below. Did he turn out exactly as you thought he would? Do you think the comparison to Adriano is a fair one? And also, did you think that you might be able to get a bit more out of him if you play him in the first team. Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. Whilst you're there, if you want to get players like Juan Ferreira into your game saves and you want to get the database to be able to unlock all of the Wonderkids, there is a link to that in the description down below. Download the Passion4FM Nextgen database. And whilst you're there, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and check out the rest of the Wonderkid series. For this one though, I'm going to wrap it up there. A big thank you for your time and attention today. Hopefully I can catch you on another video very soon.